Hello and welcome. This is Word Up on your Sky Network and I am Deborah. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and of course turn on the notification bell for daily updates from us here on You Sky. Some of the very few headlines we have on our tables for you today are as follows. 61-year-old cleric bags 18-year sentence for impregnating 16-year-old girl. Security guard butchers his former boss in Rivers State. Mpox, no more public health emergency, says WHO. The updates are coming right up. An Ondo State High Court has sentenced 61-year-old Pastor Famakiwa Ajayi to 18 years imprisonment for defiling and impregnating a 16-year-old girl. Ajayi of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Ayede Ogbeshe, in Akure North Council area of the state, was charged to court on a 2-count charge of unlawful sexual intercourse with a child and sexual abuse and exploitation. It was learned that the victim later gave birth for the defendant. The suit was filed on behalf of the Ondo State government by Mrs. Helen Falowo, the Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions, Ondo State Ministry of Justice. Justice Yemi, while delivering judgments, discharged and acquitted the defendant on count 2 but found him guilty on count 1 and proceeded to convict and sentence him to 18 years imprisonment. Mrs. Helen Falowo said that the defendant defiled and repeatedly had carnal knowledge of the victim at his house in Akure North local government area of Ondo State, where the family of the victim were tenants. The defendant was also alleged to have raped the victim at the market square, where he took her on the pretext of delivering her from demonic spirits. He continued his dastardly act unabashedly till the innocent minor became pregnant in October 2021. The defendant, however, confessed to having slept with the victim once in his living room before he was charged in court. Meanwhile, upon being briefed of the incident by the Ayede Ogbeshe women of the Vanguard town, a renowned woman and human rights, as well as wife of the monarch, Olori Olufumilayo Nejo Oluyede, took in the victim, sent her back to school, and agreed to sponsor her education forthwith. Olori Fumilayo also empowered the victim's mother in a small business to enable her to cater for the needs of the baby, whom she affectionately christened Peter. Before then, the victim had dropped out of school and had resorted to hawking pure water along the Akure-Owo highway alongside her mother. Commenting on the development in his domain, Oba Ajibola Oluyede expressed his profound satisfaction with the judgment of the court, while pointing that this will certainly serve as a deterrent to others. The Rivers State Police Command has arrested a security guard, John Danjuma, who allegedly butchered his former employer to death with cutlass. The deceased, identified as Boma Amaomu Jumbo, a former director of admin in UPTH, was killed by the suspect at her residence in the GRA axis of Port Harcourt on Tuesday, May 9th, 2023.
I've wasted somebody's life and you are comfortable, Abi? Inside here, nobody see you. So this afternoon you can't decide to kill her.
This rain before this evening.
Now you kill her. You carry cutlass. You carry cutlass come from your house.
No, the cutlass na inside her house. Inside the children.
Okay, knife or cutlass.
Cutlass.
You just decide to kill her. But why did you kill her? Eh? You are happy you have killed her.
plain truth about it is the prostitute, this woman, the prostitute for court, and our case is coming next tomorrow.
So you kill, that's why the case will not come up. Huh?
That is something like
Say his wife.
no, the first lawyer start coming and she chopped down $100,000 that before she come the lawyer.
All this one are excuse. To come and kill human being, that is why you run to the house and stay in the house at the night. You must be a hardened criminal. So you have the spare key of the house because you know she lost her dog. So how did you raise your face, let me see. Raise your face.
Gathered that Danjuma was earlier arrested and is standing trial for allegedly stealing the sum of $10,000 from the deceased. Though he denied stealing the money, he was said to have been granted bail and the case adjourned to a later date for continuation of hearing. In a video making rounds around the internet, the suspect is seen being interrogated by policemen at the State Criminal and Investigation Department in Port Harcourt. According to the suspect, he sneaked into the compound of his former boss in the wee hours of the morning ahead of the next court hearing of the case, fixed for Friday, May 12, 2023. He then destroyed the kitchen protector in order to gain access into the main building and hid himself there. The suspect reached out for a machete he found in the kitchen and waited till it was raining, then went into one of the rooms and butchered the woman to death. After committing the crime, he stole some of her jewelry and attempted to escape. However, luck ran out of him, as neighbors raised alarm upon seeing blood stains all over his body as he was leaving the building. During interrogation, Danjuma confessed to the crime, claiming that the woman accused him of stealing her money, about $10,000. Spokesperson of the State Police Command, SP Grace Iringe Koko, who confirmed the incident and the arrest of Danjuma, said the matter was still being. On Thursday, the World Health Organization (WHO) declared that the multi-country outbreak of the Mpox virus, which began around a year ago, was no longer a public health emergency of international concern. WHO Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus said this while speaking to journalists in Geneva, a day after the emergency committee, which made the emergency recommendation last July, advised the Director General to declare it over. However, as with COVID-19, that does not mean that the work is over, as monkeypox continues to pose significant public health challenges that need a robust, proactive, and sustainable response. He said more than 87,000 cases and 140 deaths worldwide were reported to WHO from 111 countries. The virus, originally known as monkeypox, spreads through direct contact with bodily fluids and causes flu-like symptoms and pus-filled skin. Last July, it was spreading rapidly, but he said WHO has been very encouraged by the rapid response of countries. We now see steady progress in controlling the outbreak based on the lessons of HIV and working closely with the most affected communities. Cases of the virus were concentrated among men who have sex with men, especially those with multiple sexual partners. Mr. Ghebreyesus noted that while stigma has been a driving concern in managing the Mpox epidemic and continues to hamper access to care, he, however, praised the work of community groups and public health authorities for informing people of the risks of Mpox, encouraging and supporting behavior change, and advocating for access to tests, vaccines, and treatments to be accessible to those in need. Tune in next time to Word Up on your Sky Network. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and of course, turn on the notification bell. I am Deborah, and this is your Sky Network.